Hey folks, welcome back to DCS. The other day I posted on my community page about a DCS Mirage video in the works. I'm kind of torn over saying here it is, because I have so much DCS Mirage footage that I don't really know what to do with all of it. My idea for this video is just going to be relatively short, it's about 9 minutes or so. It's one sortie, I got 3 kills. I'm just going to live commentary, well, it's not live commentary. I'm going to post commentary through it, but there's also there's 9 other kills in a series of clips that currently last about 2 hours. Obviously I'm not going to put a 2-hour video up, but I could do the same thing for those, but obviously it would increase the video length quite substantially. So if you're interested in seeing this kind of thing, what would be really helpful to me is how long a video are you willing to sit through, and what exactly would you like it to cover? Because I can deliver whatever you give me basically as a format, and then I know I'm not wasting my time, because I could put you out a massive long video with every single kill in it. I could cut out just the kills and walk you through those. I could include the run up to the kills and how I found the targets. There's a lot of stuff to cover that it kind of depends on whether you're here to learn something or just for cool explosions and shit. So let me know in the comments, give me some feedback. So here I found a Hornet. For some context, at the minute the red team is kind of pushed back to Gidata. Gidata is quite an open runway. It's hard for the enemy team to attack it if our forces are focused there. So what I'm basically doing is running bar cap around Gidata and trying to prevent the enemy team from getting near enough to it to capture it. They have Sochi, which is the next runway down. It's like 50-60 miles to the southeast. So I'm just running up and down the coast basically and using the mountains to dip in and out of just to keep them at bay. And it's basically just me doing it, I think. We're sending out flankers and such, but they're all coming from other runways. I actually had to fly to Gidata to start off with because you can't spawn a Mirage there. So if I die, it's going to take me a bit of time to get back. This Hornet's fired on me at about 20 miles, which I know is way far for his Sparrows, and they're not going to get to me. So I fired one at him just to get him defensive, just to slow him down, get him maneuvering, get him lower down, because my missiles are better than his. This one shot I just fired at him stands a fair chance of actually getting there, but I don't think it will. So I'm going to fire another one just to be safe. That lockdown is because it's not just him that's shot at me, it's also a Hawk SAM site, but I think it's a way off, and because I'm manoeuvring I'm not too concerned about it. But the key thing here is just, yeah, it's kind of a waste to use 2 missiles when I could have just pushed in a little bit more and used 1, but if I'm dead, I can't get anything else done, can I? So although it might feel wasteful, it's better to use what you got to live than risk it blowing up in your face. So we get him, we get the Hornet, and I'm just going to immediately run cold, because I was getting quite close to Sochi at that point. I'm now down to just Magics, which are really very, very short range IR missiles. And on the EWR reports, this contact I have locked right now isn't showing, but the RWR says it's a Tomcat. I haven't noticed it just yet, but there is, or briefly was, a TAF contact on the radar display in yellow to my 12. I'm not consciously setting up to lock it right now, but by sheer fluke, I find it by accident, and it ends up being a Mirage F1. So it's the first time I've encountered a Mirage F1 in a more modern environment, and he doesn't seem to react to me. And obviously the Mirage F1 is an entire generation behind the Mirage 2000, and it would definitely be a waste to fire a missile at a target that literally has no hope in hell of killing me, at least from a defensive position. So I'm just gonna go and kill him, because I don't get a lot of chance to use the guns in the Mirage really, and if I put myself in a position where I'm trying to and I should just kill them with a missile, kind of referring back to the Hornet thing, you're kind of being an idiot, you know, if you go for a gun kill when you could just get an easy missile kill. The number of times I've died just because I want a gun kill is too damn high. So in a situation where it's a guarantee, I'm going to take it. So because of all that, obviously I was manoeuvring, I was in the open for longer. That Tomcat's closed in and he's now really close to me. So I'm running cold and I'm looking for terrain to mask behind to block his radar. But I'm also hoping that whilst I have him masked, he'll close in enough that when I do turn around I should be able to find him relatively easily and fire a magic off in his face. And I do have two, so if it does come down to a merge, I have more than one chance. And if it does come down to a merge, then I'm quite confident I'd be able to kill a Tomcat in a dogfight. But we lock him up with vertical scan. He's 4 miles away, so it's a very, very long shot for a magic, but because he's coming at me with so much speed, I just fire one off anyway. He fires a sparrow at me, so I dip down, I just nose down into the terrain, drive it into the dirt, and somehow my magic actually connects. So I wasn't expecting it to work that cleanly. It's very rare, for me at least, to get a kill with a magic at that kind of range. Although, to be fair, I am usually firing them in a tail chase, and I generally wouldn't bother if they're more than 2 miles away, so for a 4 mile shot in a head-on, I guess it's equivalent to a 2 in a tail chase. But I don't want to overdo it, so I go back and land at this point, and that's going to round the video off. So if you want to see more, then, like I said before, let me know exactly what it is you want to see in terms of how much of the engagement do you want to see. Do you want to see how I find the guy, how I set myself up to the engagement, the actual engagement itself, or just a kill compilation? How fleshed out do you want it to be, essentially? And how long a video is too long? Because I generally try and keep them under 20 minutes, but my audience retention very rarely goes above about 7. There are people in the audience, of course, that watch all of the video, but you are like a sub 30% minority. And I appreciate you more than anyone else, but I do want to make sure that you know, the content's getting watched. So all of those other people, the majority, let me know what your ideal video length is. Like what is it? 10 minutes? Is it 15? Is it 20? Is I guess I already know it's 7, to be honest, but it's very difficult to get a 7-minute video done. Hopefully you'll settle for 9, and I'll get a lot of audience retention in this one. We'll call this my yardstick. But yeah, give me some feedback. I'm also still looking at setting up a Discord server, so if you'd be interested in joining that, let me know. It'd be good to get some ideas in mind for the setup, because I haven't really looked into it that much just yet, but I'm sure it can't be that complicated. But hopefully I'll see you on there one day. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe. Only about 60% of the, about 30% of the people who watch videos are actually subscribed, so there's definitely a lot of you out there that could be. Very close to getting to 10k, would quite like to get there before the end of March. Not a huge issue if we don't, and that is a pretty tall order, to be fair, but yeah, I'm just rambling now, so I'm gonna go. Thanks a lot for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.